Okay, now we have looked at oscillators, filters, and LFOs, and some basic modulation. So now we are going to talk about playing a synthesizer from a keyboard. Of course, you don't have to use a keyboard. You can. There's a lot of sounds you can make: drones and sequences and random things, generative music, which we will get onto later. But for now, we're going to talk about keyboards. Now, if you don't have a MIDI keyboard plugged into your computer, you can press this here, and you can mouse click on these keys, or you can press, oops, except because I'm in the plug-in version in my DAW, I'm going to be pressing hotkeys if I do that. But I should say Voltage Modular comes in two versions. You'll get with the free software, you get a standalone and a plug-in version. I'm using the plug-in so I can record my talking. So that's an option. Now the other option is you've plugged your MIDI keyboard into your computer. Now, how does that get into our modular synthesizer? So, well, a few ways. This we can drag and drop from here. If we had a MIDI input, some modules have a MIDI input, which we'll get to another time. But basically, these are the ingredients we use in a modular synthesizer. So pitch, that goes into pitch there. Now that is also sometimes called volts per octave, and that is because in modular synthesis each note is a different voltage. So let's just see what happens here. If we plug, let's use a square wave. So I was just playing notes on the keyboard, on my MIDI controller. And the information of which note I'm playing is coming into the oscillator here. Now, also you'll notice that's just a constant sound. It doesn't stop. Now, if we want that to stop, we will use a module which we haven't used yet. Utilities, the amplifier. Now, an amplifier isn't just for making things louder, it's for making things quieter as well. So if we plug this in here, okay, so this is now acting as a volume knob for the oscillator, and you'll see here we have a control voltage amount here. Now, the simplest way we can make sound here is I should have said this before, but we have the pitch information from our keyboard comes in here. The information on whether we are holding a key down or not comes from here, the gate. So the gate will open when we press a key, and it will stay open while we hold the key, and then it'll close when we let go of the key. So it's basically like 0 volts. When we press a key, it goes up to 5 volts. It holds that for as long as we hold the key, and then it drops back down. Now a trigger is just a single signal when we first press the key. It doesn't give another signal when we've let go of the key. It will only give another signal when we've pressed another key. Okay, so there are different scenarios where we want to use one or the other of these, but for most things, most of the time, we just want a gate. So if we take this gate and go straight into here, okay, so the gate is now turning this up and down every time we press or let go of a key. So that is the most simple way that we can play a basic tune on our synthesizer. Now we can also, of course this is the most simple synthesizer, it's just one oscillator, but we could do our tricks that we've done before with, now because we have 2 oscillators we have to send pitch to this one as well, and plug that into there as well, but we don't need another gate because, you know, okay, so and then we can, whatever sounds we had before with our oscillators and filters, we can now control from the keyboard. Now, if we didn't attach pitch to this one will stay playing that note. So let's just, now if we want to get rid of a cable, you can just drag and drop it in empty space. It disappears. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. And next we will look at envelopes or envelopes, however you like to say that. All right, have fun.